Hello, 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 and welcome back to Ashbury Dales. You join me here for episode 7 on Snapdragon Cities. So, we find ourselves looking over our glorious lake from the previous episode. Lake, grand term for what is essentially a very large pond, but we're very happy with it. We've got our fishing pier in here, our cafe and restrooms that bridge the power across from the main gate, and then plenty of open space for us to either grow into and fill in as we go, or for us to leave so that our citizens can play football, throw a frisbee around, whatever. We'll find out as we go. Let's get the game running. And let's talk about what we're going to do in this episode. Right, what is this? What is this message that we're seeing here? Building is turned off. That seems horribly inappropriate. Let's turn these back on. Oh, sadness from some folks here who didn't want that building turned back on. Folks at the Beechwood residents, there we go, have declined to feel excited about that. So we were going to talk about what we're going to do in this episode. So we've got a few things that we need to get done. So our next few episodes are going to be spent doing some of the things that we should have been doing along the way as we watch our intersection here seem to just about cope with the amount of traffic we've got here. So what have we got to do? Well, we talked, I said in the last episode, we're going to keep talking about it, and that is super unnecessary. So we've got this shortcut that we've created through town here. So you can see the traffic actually coming down and along this road here and making its way up to here. When we created this area, we said, let's not do that. We said, let's not create a shortcut through to the main road, because it'll divert traffic through the residential areas. This is residential too, but this is designed for it, and we want to keep some sort of control over that. We didn't do anything about it, but there we go. We have. So done. We do need to remake that connection because it is important for these people to make their way over here. But we've got a lot more to do in Beechwood. We said we were going to move on to a new tile, and maybe we will in this episode, or at least decide which tile we're going to move into. But we're not done in Beechwood yet. We can't be done. We can't leave this as it is. I'm worried if we venture off into a new tile, we'll get so excited about new things, we'll forget about the old things, and never get this right. So what are we going to do? We're going to finish our road network. There are just gaps all over the place that we don't need to have. We've got space that we can grow into around the east side of our park, and loads of gaps here. We're not going to leave this as it is. I could just whop a load of trees in there, but I'm not interested in doing that. Maybe that would look good, but we've got plenty of reason to keep growing. So we are going to do just that. We also we need to make sure that we've got pedestrian connectivity through all of this. We've got a lot of these roads that terminate quite close to places where people might want to walk, and then we make them drive all the way around here. With pedestrian connectivity, people will walk. And so we need to make sure that we've got routes from places where people might be to places where people might want to go. So we can see the shopping area down here. We can see the farm. These places should be within walking distance, but we've made it for some reason so they're not. If this person in the Beechwood residence again works here at our flour mill, they might feel like they could walk to work, but instead we make them drive all the way around here, to here. A little footpath there would fix that problem. So those are going to be the kind of fixes that we're going to look to try and find in this episode. Also, now that we've severed this connection here, we create ourselves a bit of space. And I wonder if it's about time if we let one of the big UK supermarkets find some space in here. So we've had a look on the workshop. We like this TESCO. We're probably going to find a way to integrate it into our build somehow. That could be just plonking it on the side of the road, though I think we could do slightly better than that. So we'll spend some time integrating this into our build. That's going to mean some changes to directly this area here, but we're going to make plenty of changes elsewhere. So we're going to end up with more houses than we started with, even if we have to get rid of some along the way. So let's get started then. So what will we do first? Well, first, I want to make sure that we've got a roadway network that suits our growth aspirations for Beechwood. So we want to find a place, first of all, to remake that connection for people of Beechwood to get to the shops without having to go onto the main road or all the way around this way. here seems like a really good place to make that connection. So we've got a junction here already. It seems straightforward that we could just put a road in there. And so we're going to do that. So first road of the episode, here we go. Wonderful. Demolished a bunch of houses, created a bunch of zoning we don't want. So let's just clear up the zoning first of all. We'll take all of this away for now while we're not yet sure where we want houses to pop up. We'll stop them popping up anywhere that they aren't, for the time being at least. That then will create some zoning opportunities here. We could create a cul-de-sac to put a few more roads in there, but I think this is going to be a few more houses in there, but I think this is going to be fine. Let's have a look here. So we're going to end up putting our Tesco here. So we might just take away just a little bit more here and leave ourselves room here. Where else have we got gaps to fill in? So here, we're happy with this. We've got some unused space in the middle here. It feels to me like we could put a road in here. And so if that's what I think and I'm in charge around here, that's what we're going to do. So let's pop in a nice straight road there. Take off the zoning there. We could probably just go straight in with putting the zoning there, can't we? That seems completely fine as it plumbed in. It should be, and is. There we go. Happy enough with that. That can get on with getting on. We're going to leave this space up here for now. We could put a road up here and start trying to put houses off it. Maybe we'll do that one day. We don't need to do that now. And so we won't. These houses feel very close to this shopping district, don't they? They're tempting my bulldoze button, but we'll leave it. Then there's this. So the very first shot of our map when we first started the game was of this tractor looking over the gate here at the wonderful map that Uncle Ron has created on the Steam Workshop, and it's looking much more grown up now, isn't it? There's a lot more here than there was then. Also, though, on this path, in this field, is this path, and we're not using it. We haven't got rid of it. I don't think I want to get rid of it. I think I want to have it there for something. I think maybe we thought this might be where we put our farm, but we've put it somewhere else. Do we want to integrate that into the build somehow? Do we want to maybe just acknowledge it and avoid it with our roadway network? I think maybe just that. Let's not interfere with it as best we can. We will turn the zoning off it. So I think if we do that, maybe we can just go into there like that. Don't like the way that angle has worked out, so maybe we can just adjust that slightly to make that a bit more what I want it to be. Happy with that. Great. And then we probably put a few more roads off of here just to round out this section for us. Wow, that's a mess, isn't it? That's an absolute mess. Oh well, that's fine. It will look better once we've got houses and trees in all around it, which we will have in due course. For now, let's continue. There we go, lovely job. Right, so that will work fine. Any more? Yeah, we probably just need to do a bit around here. Wonderful. Right, so that's good. We are probably just happy with this to all be residential, apart from some bits which will want to be commercial. Doctor's surgery is within reach. We've got police and fire around here, so let's wait for those to be problems before we fix them. We'll pop a park in here, shall we? Yeah, good old dog park. Right about there. And then probably also another one in here if we can make that happen. There we go, right by the railway bridge and the main road. Why not? Well, we can think of reasons why not, but we're going to ignore those reasons why not, because it increases our land value. So then let's do some colouring in. There we go. Once again, highly likely that we've left some gaps that we just can't see, but I'm sure I'll be frustrated by them when I get to the edit. There we go. That'll probably work fine. Let's put some pubs somewhere. There would be shops, but we know they're not going to be. We know they're going to be pubs. So let's just put some in there, shall we? That seems great. We don't have a hugely high residential demand at the moment because we haven't created a reason for it. We've got the same number of jobs that we had at the start of the last episode, same amount of stuff in the city, but that will in its own time work itself out. We've got a few more gaps here that we can fill in. Let's just do that. Wonderful. Right, and let's start thinking about then where we would have some paths. There are some obvious candidates, I think, for paths, so obvious that it's frustrating that we didn't do it earlier. Those will be at the end of the cul-de-sacs. We make a short distance across the field rather than having someone have to walk all the way around. So we'll just choose a simple gravel path for that, I think, and then let's start finding those connections. We're going to knock some houses down along the way, but that's their own fault for being where I wanted a path to be. So more for them. Right, yeah, very nice. So that might be enough for now. You can see the footpaths sort of spidering their way across the parts of the town here. These guys want electricity. I can understand their request, and let's see if we can't furnish them with some. Yeah, there we go. We nearly made a horrible decision to cut a power line all the way across here, but we've got power down here from our substation that we can get up there. Very good, very nice, very good, very nice. So as demand starts to increase, these things will fill in. Our RCI meter again is imploring us though to consider our commercial. So hilariously, we're going to place a giant commercial unit that is in fact a park. So that's not going to do much for our demand at all, but we're going to enjoy placing it nonetheless. So let's get started with that. So what does it look like when we just put it down? So it looks like a TESCO, but no TESCO that I've ever been to occupies a space quite so small as that. We've got this car park here. Maybe that's enough. Maybe that's enough, actually. We've got some disabled parking right up front here. We've got all of this car parking here. How easy is it for folks to get from here to there? I suspect if we put a crossing in here, it would be incredibly easy. Let's see. There might already be a crossing, but maybe we just want to check. Yeah, there's a crossing in there, and we can see someone crossing the road actually as we did that. So our thanks go to Max White, a medium wealth child, a tourist currently going to the TESCO. So thank you for proving to us that you can cross the road and get to TESCO. Lovely. Well, we'll let that continue then. That might be all right. Now, does this have? It won't need deliveries or anything, will it? Yeah. Well, if it's not going to get deliveries and all of that, that's fine. We should probably at least suggest a greater level of integration than this into our build. It, I think, wouldn't do us too well to just run away from it at this point. Maybe concrete is the answer. So let's find out. No, it looks like the answer is no to that. It doesn't look like more concrete was the answer to a question anyone was asking. Let's take it back. Let's instead try fences and a tree border. Okay, so this is our first addition of a supermarket into the build here. We can see that we've got some terrain happening here, which probably we can smooth out. But this will do. Like, it's not the greatest. We've got a car park already here. I would have loved for this to have been a bit more how they would typically be, which would be occupying a huge plot, probably just all of this itself, maybe without this road and the car park just looking straight in. But I suspect that's beyond the scope of what we're trying to achieve today. Yeah, I think what we will do though is just turn the parking off on these roads and just try and encourage use of the car park. There, that's probably enough. We probably don't need to go much further than that. I think that's good. This bugs me. Like this one. So who is this? This Next. They just want more space than everyone else. I wonder if the expiration on Next's lease here might just expire before anyone else's. Let's see who else we might have bidding for some space. Yeah, carpet right. Do they want? So here's the deal. You can have the space if you are not going to stick out behind the road. And so that is exactly what we've got there. Let us just check that this is actually nope, this is a park. So let's just find one that is actually a commercial asset. Well, there we have it. So we've worked it out. So our Rico mod had somehow vanished from all existence, it would seem. And so turning that back on turns these things back into high density commercial buildings. Also then so is this, the TESCO, which is great. That's exactly what we wanted. And we're super happy with that. There were 93 workers in there. Maybe that's probably right. It's a big old endeavor running a supermarket. But anyway, we spent a few minutes working that out. Now that we worked it out, carpet right, you are of course entirely welcome, and we look forward to you not encroaching on the road in the way that your predecessor Next did. So there we go. Very happy with that. While we were sorting all that out, I can't help shake the feeling that we're doing this wrong. That we've got this in here, and that will make it a historical building. Just I don't think it would level up, but if it just in case it did, this isn't right. Like this just isn't how it would work. There wouldn't be a car park coming off the main road like this, with shops on a different road behind it, and shops another large shop on a different road beside it. So we need to rework this. I don't think that affects much of the infrastructure that we've got here, but it will affect a bit. So we're going to need to make some changes. We're going to need to have this car park connecting to TESCO directly. That's going to affect the ways in and out and the overall plan that we've got for this. But we'll take some time and we'll get it right, and we'll discuss the changes that we made once we've made them. Let's have a chat about what we've achieved here then. That took quite a while didn't it? I hope the what I assume was a time lapse was enjoyable. But let's take a look. I'm much happier with this. So we've done a few things. We got rid of one of the units in here, carpet right or whatever it was. It didn't quite fit. We've adjusted the way the car park works so that it comes all the way up to the Tesco. We've put a petrol station in. Normally Tesco would have their own branded petrol station in here, but I don't have one of those. So we put the Patronus one in. That I think will work, but we will find out. We've adjusted the spawn points for Tesco so that the garbage and deliveries will come around the back. We should start seeing that soon. This is telling us it doesn't have enough goods to sell. It will just get some deliveries, and then that should go away. We see a delivery just driving straight through. So I assume that will come out the back there. There we go. Ice Cube Factory is going back to the facility. It was just missing some ice cubes. Everyone, that was all that was wrong. We tried a few details along the way here as well. We put these trolley carts in here, and we put the trolleys. We tried to make it look like they're all clustered together, but all a little bit ramshackle or higgledy-piggledy. And we'll see how that works. People are going into these buildings just fine. This is fine. We were worried actually that the car park wasn't sufficiently recognised as a road to have these on them, but it seems to be fine. It seems to be working absolutely fine. No problems at all. Can't see any problems at all with any of the way that any of the things are working here. Everything seems to be going very smoothly. Zooming out. A few bits left still to do. We're not super happy with all the fences work, how the brick walls are working, but I think we're going to be fine with that for now. We've put a few planters down, but didn't plant anything in them, so we can fix that quickly just now. And it might just look lovely, or it might just look correct, if not lovely. We should check that we've managed to keep parking off of all of our roads. I can't see anyone parked anywhere they shouldn't. This all seems to be no. Oh look, sneaky. Thinking it park there. We'll get rid of that. No parking here, anywhere along here. That would be entirely inappropriate. That feels lovely. We even gained a bit of space in the park as well as we pulled these roads down. I think that will work splendidly. And look what it did to our demand for commercial zoning. It got rid of it, or at least it halved it, and we're quite happy keeping it at half. We want some room to grow nice and quickly when we decide to. So that's fine then. So we'll let that be what it is. So pedestrian connectivity working. We've severed that shortcut. We're not going to remake this here. This is just solely for the hopefully in time garbage and deliveries will come around this way and come to the back. Let's see if we can't just increase the suggestion that might go to there rather than go through the front. Is it going to tell us that it doesn't have enough workers now, not enough educated workers? It will have to find some along the way. Same with this, not enough educated workers. You're not that far out. You are. I can see it. We'll have to see how that goes. So what have we got then? What have we done? We managed to put the TESCO in. We managed to rebuild this area a little bit, which we're happy with. I can't see a huge amount of pedestrian activity on our pedestrian paths. I assume that it's on the way, but it is not here. Not here yet. Let's get rid of that building because it's on a path. We don't like that. We'll get rid of that zoning there. And we have zoned a bit more. Let's see how our development over here is coming along slowly. Yeah, we didn't have much residential demand to begin with. It's a good job we didn't start trying to open up another tile and start building out another town, because we've got no residential demand. We've struggled even just to fill in these bits over here. What we need is more industry, I think. So when we look at bringing up a new town, we should try and have a look and see where our needs for industry are. We've got some trash problems here as well. I wonder how we're doing for traffic. Traffic flow is 84%. Have we created another bottleneck here, or is this just busy? It doesn't seem to be that bad, but people are just having trouble getting out of this junction. Maybe we need to just be a bit more forceful with who has the priority at these junctions. So we'll put give way coming onto the main road. And why wouldn't we do that here as well? We should and have done. Let's maybe just continue our journey along the main road and making sure that Everything's really clear. What has happened here? Well, that's not how we built it, is it? Not even close. Right, let's fix that. There we go. Floating in the air. We'll get around to fixing that. Okie dokie. Yeah, this is going to be a bit of a log jam here. They are. I mean, we can't have that many different ways into the shopping area here. Look, they are flooding in though. Look at them. I wonder if these guys all just got off a bus because they want to come to Tesco. We'll find out. We'll find out. We'll do a bit of colouring in with some trees. I think just to now that we've got these paths in place, I think it'd be absolutely appropriate to have some trees in now. Let's get collision back on so that they only go in the right place. Get rid of those, and then just put some more in. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Beechwood's growing up, isn't it? In fact, it might be nearly full. It's much better off than where it was at the start of the episode, that's for sure. How's the park getting on? Plenty of entertainment, plenty of visitors ticking in, so that will that will just go nicely. These really aren't enjoying the number of people they've got in there. Now we could cheese it, of course, and just change the number of people of each that they are looking for. That feels not what we want to do. We're just going to need to fix it. Right, so we need more education, more workers. We're working on it, but probably what we need to do now is having now completed what Beechwood needs to be and having it now well integrated into the natural surroundings, having increased the natural surroundings to increase the integration. I think we can move forward from here with a head held high that we've done a good job in Beechwood. And so then perhaps Turnwater needs to expand, and we need to start considering what it is that what industry and what kind of place Turnwater is going to be. We've got a lot of space to grow into here. That would involve buying 1-2 tiles to get there. We could grow out this way, which would involve 1. What kind of natural resources are we looking at across here? Almost none. Almost none. Where are they? So we've got a little bit of oil here. I don't think we want oil. We were hoping for ore, to be honest. We were hoping that we could start a bit of a quarry, and that we would be able to expand industrially in that way. Doesn't look like that's what we're going to be able to do. Again, we could make that true. We could find some resources under the ground using the tools that we have here. And maybe that's what we need to do. I don't think it's what we want to do. If we wanted to do that, perhaps we should just move out to where the ore is. Well, we need to give that some thought. We also have industry here that we could spread out into. We could find some forestry around here. We could find some forestry around here as well if we wanted to. This square here would give us quite a lot of access to that. This one here, similarly, probably get us down round about to here as well. Forestry is easy. We can just make more forest. We have a brush that does it for us. So maybe we'll do that. But next episode, definitely expanding into a new part of the map, getting Turnwater to become an industrial town of some kind, hopefully a quarry of some sort, and hopefully putting to the test the resilience of this one connection between the two areas. This has turned out nice as well, hasn't it? This is functioning really nicely. We're very happy with that. Anyway, so that's probably about it for episode 7. We've achieved not much of what we said we were going to do at episode 6, but everything that we wanted to do when we started this episode. We filled in our roadway network, we've made our pedestrian connections, we've severed the shortcut, we've popped a Tesco in there, we've added a petrol station. We're very, very happy with all of this. So that being said, I'll leave you to a tour of the growing Beechwood area, and come back to sign off very soon. there you have it. So to the end of episode 7, we've got Tesco have arrived. We are a place that has supermarkets now. A couple of other things happened actually while we were getting that time lapse done. We've reached 1 million. We are millionaires, viewers. Fantastic as well. We are making a lot of money. The industry is doing a really good job of that, and everything else is working smoothly. So why wouldn't we be making money? And also, our park got to level 3 as well while we were doing all that. So Beechwood Park ticked over. It still already has enough entertainment to get to the next level. So we'd be tempted to just leave it actually, and just let it keep running for now. There's obviously nothing wrong with the park the way that it is. I suspect it is a shortcut for a lot of people, but also what a great place to be. Open space, fresh air, on your way to some of our more attractive commercial outlets. So that's going to be it for episode 7. Stay tuned for episode 8, where we will finally get into our new tile. If you liked this episode, please make sure to hit the like button. If you do, leave a comment, let me know what it was you liked about it. And while you're there, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you can stay with us as we embark further in Ashbury Dales. So thank you very much for joining me. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you again soon.